I'm being called on in my life to love people and to protect people.
Prestige and honor. This is what the Oscars have always stood for. This was the case, at least until the most recent Oscars in March this year, in which an incident happened that will not so fast be forgotten. What made the Oscars so unique this time was, in fact, not the gathering and celebration of hundreds or even thousands of celebrities, but instead an act of violence committed by one of the most beloved actors ever to have lived. I think we all know it, of course. We are hinting at Will Smith and his infamous slap against comedian and actor Chris Rock. But this is old news. We've gathered here today with some new information that's been stirring the pot, and yes, all of it revolves around the slap. Will Smith recently won the Best Actor award just 3 months after his unacceptable behavior at the Academy Awards, and you guessed it, people are outraged. Especially Chris wasn't all too happy after finding out the news. But what is it exactly Chris had to say, and did Jada get involved yet again, or was she able to keep out of it for once? We have the answers. So sit back, relax, and watch till the end of the video to find out all the juice. But before we get into the video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for the newest celebrity gossip. If you are interested, we will cover it. Now let's get into it. So, popular actor Will Smith has just won another Best Actor award, but this time he didn't pull any of his tricks like the one he did at the Oscars. Well, Chris Rock seems to be annoyed by the fact that no matter what, Will's award voyage has no ending. While we can't deny the fact that Chris himself received somewhat of an award at the Oscars, don't you agree? Well, actually, what was the slap? Maybe let's call it a punishment in bad taste. So, as we all know, at the 94th Academy Awards, actor Will Smith walked on stage and slapped comedian Chris Rock straight across the face while he presented for the Best Documentary Feature. This slap was a response to Rock making a somewhat distasteful joke about Will's wife, Jada. The joke was made in connection to her buzz cut, which she had due to a medical condition called alopecia. Later that evening, Will won the Best Actor award and had to apologize to the Academy of Motion Pictures Arts and Sciences. Right after the slap, Will Smith expressed himself on Instagram. Violence in all of its forms is poisonous and destructive. Which in all honesty is still questionable if that counted as a genuine apology or if it was the intent of saving his career. I guess we'll never know. He then followed that by saying his behavior at the Oscars was unacceptable and inexcusable. Even though the apology may not have been enough to undo his vicious act, he doesn't go fully unpunished. First off, Will had to face public repercussions for the slap that affected both his reputation and career. Second, the Academy banned him for 10 years, so he definitely won't be able to participate for a while. What do you guys think? Was that a fair punishment, or did Will get off easy? In any case, let's hope we won't witness any further unexpected marvels at the Oscars over the next years. Will definitely won't have an impact on it. It is also said that the Los Angeles Police Department was all set to arrest Will on scene, but Chris Rock was actually against an instruction by the forces and later even made up his mind to not press charges against Smith. Since then, we haven't seen Smith in the spotlight, although Jada Smith does pop in every now and then. Jada did address the incident on her Facebook show Red Table Talk. This is what she had to say. My deepest hope is that these two intelligent, capable men have an opportunity to heal, talk this out, and reconcile the state of the world today. We need both, and we all actually need one another more than ever. Until then, Will and I are continuing to do what we have done for the last 28 years, and that's keep figuring out this thing called life together. Although many question the intent behind releasing such a statement, we do hope it was genuine and will come to pass eventually. Even though public opinion believes that it was Will Smith who initiated and planned his furious smack against Chris Rock, there are few that believe Jada was more involved in the situation than is seen by the naked eye. One of these people is Chris's brother Tony Rock. Tony in fact believes that Jada is fully responsible for the slap. When he appeared on the Top Billin' with Bill Bellamy podcast, which premiered on YouTube, he explained his train of thought. And I have to say, this is something you wouldn't have expected. When Bellamy asked him if he thought Will was embarrassed by Chris's joke about Jada having alopecia, his answer was no, he wasn't embarrassed. Everybody saw the footage. He laughed first. He continued, so that's not embarrassment. He was laughing. In the time they cut to my brother and cut back, Will was already walking to the stage, so maybe it was the Jada look.
No, he wasn't.
Now this is an interesting turn of events. Tony, who actually was present at the event, compared to all the conspiracy theorists, believes that Will had no intention of slapping Chris at all, initially at least. And only after he looked over to Jada and saw she was visibly upset by Chris's joke that he took action. Which, thinking about it, does make sense to agree. After all, it is the man's job to defend his woman's honor. He also suggested that Will might have slapped his brother because he was bothered by being labeled as soft. So maybe he didn't intend to defend his wife, but instead protect himself from being labeled as soft, and the only way to avoid that was to take physical action. Tony also claimed that the reason behind the slap might be that Will's wife keeps speaking about her past friendship with American rapper Tupac Shakur. He said, "I think that the Oscar slap was the accumulation of being slapped on other levels," he explained. He said it himself, he always hated the soft moniker. He's soft, Jada won't let Tupac die, it's always something about Tupac, and his daughter Willow Smith brought up Tupac. And I'm not bringing up family stuff that people don't know. This is stuff that everybody knows. He continued, Jada commonly talks about Tupac, her past relationship with Tupac.
I think that
Not only did he very intensely speak about their private relationship, but check out his closing comment. He said, "As a married man to this woman, you're like, damn, is what I'm doing not enough?"
as a married man to this woman, you're like, damn, is what I'm doing not enough?
Can I live?
Yeah.
Can I live? Right.
Damn, hasn't Will suffered enough? Tony Rock also acknowledged that Will Smith may have been mad at Chris Rock's jokes about him and his wife from the past, and he says that this might have been the reason which prompted the Hollywood superstar to assault his brother. Tony said that he felt that Will Smith should have discussed this matter with his brother backstage if he felt that his joke was offensive. Even though we can't verify all of Tony Rock's claims, the Oscar slap will definitely remain a black mark within the walls of the Academy Awards. There is one more celebrity that recently spoke out about Will's health and how it's been progressing over the past months after the slap. And that person is none other than Kevin Hart. He opened up about the situation, claiming that Will is in a better place and still feels apologetic but hopes to move on from the whole fiasco soon. But that's not all. Kevin actually revealed that Will is ready to move on and forget the past and to focus on the future. Now hold up, isn't that a bit too soon considering this whole incident happened just a few months ago? I don't think he will get off that easily. In any case, Kevin said this, "Will is apologetic, he's in a better place of course than what he was after." There are even claims that Will went on an Indian voyage for spiritual healing shortly after the Oscars. But if that really helped or did anything is a question we won't be able to answer. But Kevin did say this, "People are human, and as human beings, sometimes we make mistakes. So it's not about talking about the past, it's about accepting the present and doing your best to move on." He continued, "I still love him, I still love Chris, and you can't judge a person by one thing. Ultimately, life goes on and people grow, so give her the opportunity to do that." It's truly nice to see how celebrities support each other and that it can stay a somewhat professional space after all. Nevertheless, let's get into Will bringing home the Best Actor award just 3 months after the slap. Will won the Best Actor award for his acclaimed role as Richard Williams in the movie King Richard. In this case, he won at the BET Awards, and to be honest, even though it's not the status of an Oscar, it's still one hell of an honor to receive it. Upon winning the award, he has continuously kept a low profile and, following the events at the Oscars, decided not to show up to the ceremony in Los Angeles to receive the award in person. Other nominees for the Best Actor award include Jabari Banks and Adrian Holmes, who star in Bel-Air, the remake of Will Smith's hit show, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, which aired in the 90s, Anthony Anderson for Blackish, Damson Idris for Snowfall, Denzel Washington for The Tragedy of Macbeth, Sterling K. Brown for This Is Us, and finally Forrest Whitaker, who was nominated for both Respect and Godfather of Harlem. The show included a plethora of nominations for TV, music, and films. So far, Will hasn't posted anything about his win on social media, nor has he come back to his socials since the whole incident in March. Maybe he did learn his lesson, or he just doesn't want to deal with the public shitstorm that would come for him. What do you guys think? This is what Smith's co-stars Michaela Bartholomew and Sania Sidney had to say about him when they spoke to Entertainment Tonight. "Every time I talk to Smith, he always says everything is in divine splendor, so he's good." They added, "It's always good to chat with him." This is what Sidney, the actress who played Venus Williams, said, "Our film was very special to us." She also added, "Venus and Serena Williams changed so many women's lives, our lives." It is true that the movie King Richard was very impactful, but nevertheless, I think it's fair to assume that Chris wasn't all too happy finding out Will was honored with yet another award. This is what fans had to say. One fan tweeted, "I see Will Smith won a BET award and I didn't realize they had added a Best Slap category." Another said, "I can't believe Will Smith won yet another Best Actor award. He should be stripped from receiving anything after what he did." And although most share the same opinion, there were some that saw past the feud and wanted peace. One fan wrote Will Smith should be at BET Awards with Chris Rock. Even though it was Chris Rock who had to endure Will's slap, it seems that Smith is the one picking up awards. And even though it doesn't seem fair, in the entertainment industry, we can't deny that Will is an extremely talented and impactful actor. So even though we all know his actions were wrong, he does deserve this award for his performance. Maybe not for his actions, but definitely for his skilled acting ability. Well, we've flipped the pages from the infamous slap in Will's BET award to what others had to say about it, which means we have reached the end of this video. What do you think about Will receiving this award? Is it right for him to continue collecting awards and praise for his performances? Or were his actions so unforgivable that he should never have that opportunity again? Feel free to express your views and opinions in the comments section below. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the